Gentlemen, Lil Tay's back, and I'm not happy about it. Now don't get me wrong, I am happy that Lil Tay's alive, and that the rumors of her being dead turn out to be fake. But is Lil Tay alive and well? I don't think so. Now first things first, let's address the elephant in the room. Her fucking music video, bruh?
Money, money, money. Money, money, money. I just can't look away from it. I want it, want it, want it.
Let me put it this way. Her fucking music video has brought out the most sus motherfuckers and the biggest EDP 445 LBs supporters I've ever seen in my life. Now, I've seen some people coping, like hard coping, and saying that her sus comments, like the sus motherfuckers in her comments, are just joking. Like they're just trolling around, they're just bantering. Okay, let's go look at one of the comments together and see if they're just joking around. Okay, this one for example. I am bricked after watching this, and I'm 24. Yeah. It's just jokes. He's just bantering, right? I don't know about you guys, but this motherfucker needs to get locked up, drop the soap, and then have EDP behind him. With EDP's glizzy. What the fuck is that? My bad, but whoever wrote that comment, that sus fucking comment, needs to get locked up ASAP. How the fuck is anyone in my comment section gonna tell me that someone who is literally typing, I'm bricked up, even though I'm 24, it's just a troll comment. It's just a funny joke. Who's laughing? I'm not. You're not. Well, if you're a normal human being, you're not. And if you are, you might need to get locked up too. But you know what? Maybe it's just my humor that's outdated. Maybe I'm just too stupid. I'm just too naive to understand the true humor behind whatever the fuck I just read. Let's look at another comment and see the humor I'm missing. Now you've got this motherfucker with a PFP of Donald Trump's mugshot who literally typed yeah to her fucking underage. Okay, first of all, this guy might need to change his PFP soon to his own mugshot, cause he might not need Donald Trump's mugshot anymore after this. But you know what? Once again, maybe I'm just missing the humor behind this sus shit. Okay, I found another one. I'm acting like it's fucking hard to find sus motherfuckers, but it's like there's like millions of them in the comments. I mean, look at this comment for example. Look at this nonce. I just finished. Nah, bro. Like someone check his hard drive. Alright, bro. You know what? I'm just gonna assume that's literally EDP's burner account, cause what the fuck types shit like that? But don't worry guys, it's just troll comments. It's just banter. But these sus comments from these EDP 445 LB supporters bring me to this argument, this first argument that I wanna make in my video. Her music video is, it's kinda weird, I'm not gonna lie. When you've got an underage motherfucker doing this.
I walked in the party, you got my attention. I don't want to lose ya.
And singing sus lyrics like this.
I can't get enough, you got me dripping off the look in your eyes. What you do to me? I'm a sucker for green.
That dripping lyric is crazy, bro. It's cooked.
You got me dripping off the look in your eyes.
Dripping what? Dripping from where? Like, who the fuck wrote those lyrics? The combination of those sus lyrics with her dance poses, like, come on, bro. It's not that hard to make a good song without doing that sus shit. I don't know if I'm just a boomer or something. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Like, those lyrics combined with those sus dance poses. Maybe I'm just a little boomer, and I'm the only one who finds this a little bit weird. Bro, let me put it this way. If I had this random ass picture in my hard drive, let's pretend it's not even Lil Tay. Like, let's pretend it's an underage random girl, right? And it's just a random picture with no context. If I had this picture in my hard drive, you already know it would be locked up. And as soon as I drop this up in prison, and then I lean like that, you already know EDP would be behind me, blowing my back out. But this cursed music video from Lil Tay is nothing compared to what she just exposed on her TikTok livestream, the alleged truth about how fucked up her childhood really was. Yesterday, Lil Tay hosted a TikTok livestream where she supposedly spilled all the beans and said the whole truth regarding where she's been, who exploited her all along, and about how fucked up her childhood really was. Now, I want to prefix all of this by saying the following. Everything that Lil Tay said in her live stream regarding like the truth behind her, who exploited her all along, like all of that should not be taken as the whole truth. Because her whole family has been exposed many times for literally pulling the strings. Her fucking brother was exposed for pimping her out.
This shit cost me 10,000 and
I said stop saying 10,000, 2,000, 3,000, 2,500.
Lil Tay be popping on YouTube right now.
You're gonna be like more ignorant.
Like her whole family's cooked. But in her TikTok live stream, she claims that the only person who was ever abusive to her was her dad. She literally doxes the fuck out of him, like his real name, pictures of him, like everything. But Lil Tard essentially claims that all of her family members except her dad were actually extremely supportive of her, they were extremely nice to her, and that, you know, they're all innocent. And that the only scumbag was the dad all along.
Biggest takeaway, my mom has always been supportive of me. She's been there for me my entire life, and we had both been abused by Christopher John Hope, my abusive absentee father. He is not the fucking good guy here. He wanted control over my career and my money, and I had to go through, me and my family had to go through even more years of abuse through the court system.
And you know what? I call bullshit on that, bruh. I'm gonna go as far as to say that everyone in her family is cooked, and that her whole childhood was messed up by all of her family members. Let's talk about her father first. According to Lil Tay herself, he would feed her rotten food.
What is this shit? This is what they were packing me for lunch. My mom had discovered that they were packing me this bullshit for lunch. Rotten, frozen, parasitic, moldy. Look at this. That's candy. That's expired candy.
He would give her scuffed ass clothing, like literally torn off shoes with holes on all of them, like just, you know, they wouldn't give a fuck about Lil Tay, like, he would just treat her like shit. Now, before some of you motherfuckers say, oh, her getting worn out clothing, her getting bad shoes, like shoes with holes, that's not necessarily abuse. Like, maybe her dad was just poor and he was doing everything he could for her, despite him having low income. Well, that's a good argument, but she literally says in her live stream that even though her dad was giving her shit clothing and Resident Evil food, he would spend good money on his stepmother and buying her like designer bags, designer clothing, like actual expensive items that he could have used instead on, you know, making sure that his daughter had good clothing.
These are shoes I was wearing. The soles are broken. This is another. These aren't even the same pair of shoes. Look. Both of these soles are broken. These are the clothing they were providing for me. Meanwhile, he was so preoccupied, while I was wearing broken ass shoes, he was so preoccupied with providing Honey Hope, his wife, with these designer bags.
So keep in mind that her dad and her mom, like her biological mom, are divorced. So she's essentially saying that her dad and her stepmom were abusing her, whereas her true mom and her brother are innocent and have always been supportive and sweethearts to her, which I completely once again disagree with, and I'll say why in a few minutes. It would also force her to watch horror movies with them, and you know how, like, when you're watching something scary, right? You do this with your eyes. So they would literally prevent her from doing that by literally holding her fucking hands and preventing her from hiding from whatever she's watching, whatever she's forced to watch. And after the movie would be done, they would literally force her into a closet, close the closet, and then say that whatever monster from the horror movie that she watched, like, that monster would actually appear inside that closet with her.
I tried to put my face into a pillow when they were playing the horror movie in front of me, and Honey Hope, she had me in a chokehold so I couldn't escape. And I had to sit through the entire Bride of Chucky movie when I was young as fuck. And then afterwards, there's a closet in the room. So while I was still in the chokehold, she shoved me into the closet and locked me in there. And she said, go play with Chucky. I thought I was going to die.
Now you might be like, ooh, who cares? Like, wow, okay, well, ooh, she's forced to watch a horror movie. That's not abuse. Like, okay, first of all, you need to remember that she was a fucking kid, right? And who the fuck forces their kid to literally watch a horror movie and hold their hands and fucking puts her on a chokehold? Who the fuck does that? And not only that, who the fuck puts her in a closet, locks her in, and then say that the monster that she watched in the movie is gonna kill her? Like, that is 1000% cooked. Now, personally, I absolutely believe her when she talks about how much of a terrible father her dad was to her when she was a kid. And you know what? That's fine. My problem with her statement in her TikTok live is that nowadays, she's literally with her brother and with her mother. And who's to say that they're not pulling strings and forcing her to say that to her innocence all along and that we all got it wrong. Like, her brother is actually a sweetheart. Her mother is actually, like, amazing. She really cares about her. Like, I'm not buying it. What I am buying is that her whole family's fucked, and that because of them, she never had a real childhood. Even if everything she said in her TikTok livestream is true, that still, in my opinion, makes her mother and her brother pieces of shit. I mean, remember Lil Tay when she was a kid and she was doing all that flexing and shit?
You already know what it is. Lil Tay, the youngest flex of the century. I'm only 9 richer than all y'all broke ass haters. This female picture is bigger than your whole entire living room, and I got 4
You're not gonna tell me that forcing your child to be a prop, forcing your kid to literally be hated by the entire internet is healthy and, you know, good parenting. Because it's not. It's fucking abuse. It is not okay to literally force your kid to be hated by the entire internet and to be a fucking prop that you exploit for influence, money, and success. Her brother that was exposed for literally telling her what to do, like treating her like shit, like she's nothing, she's not her fucking sister, like yo, say this, like all of that. Are you telling me that's childhood? That's a good childhood? Don't worry, guys. Who the fuck am I to talk? I mean, this...
Just stop saying 10,000, 2,000, 3,000, 2,500.
Those are definitely signs of a kid having an amazing, healthy childhood. Smash like if her brother's a fucking cockroach. Money, 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 money.